Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Bridget.
And I'm Wendy.
And this is
Flickin' Beans.
Today's daylight savings time.
Yeah.
So, I know my phone knows the time, but my charger is like a clock radio thing.
Yeah.
And obviously none of the other clocks in my house were set properly last night, like grown-ass adults should. So I got up and I turned on the TV and the news is on, and I wanted to do what I normally do before I come over here, which is, open up my laptop, maybe even type my notes because I have 4 scribbled pages. I see the time on the TV and I was like, wait, what? Like, I should be gone already.
Oops.
Yeah. So I didn't have time to get you coffee, but you got me some.
I did. Joel got some new kind of coffee concentrate, and I wanted to try it. I like to drink cold coffee because it mixes with the protein better most mornings, but I always forget to make myself cold brew. The concentrate you can just pour with water, and that's what this is. And I think it's pretty good. It's East African. I looked on the back of it today.
Ooh.
Kawawa, I think is the name.
Kawawa,
which sounds kind of Hawaiian.
Did the sun just come out?
For my plants.
Oh, God. It's on a timer?
It's on a timer, yeah.
I was like, wow. And one is dead.
I know.
I love how you have a plant light on a fully dead 2-foot tall plant.
Listen, that's one of those things that would take me like 5 minutes to fix, but it's probably been sitting there a year.
That just spells hope.
Is it hope or is it debilitating ADHD?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, glass half full, half empty, how you look at it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. What's going on with you?
Poor little Gus had a rough night. She was puking. I'm not sure why, but she seems to be over it. So hopefully it was just she got into something. I don't know. Yeah. So I didn't sleep very well because she kept getting us up to go to the bathroom because she was drinking so much water.
The sound of dogs puking.
Oh, it's not good.
Oh. So I puked the other day.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was pretty hungry, so I made this huge bowl of rotini, marinara, and I mixed in some Greek yogurt, and I scarfed that down, and I was so satisfied. And I think maybe 20 minutes later, I just had to jump up off the couch. I puked marinara all the way down the hallway.
Oh, no.
And made it to the toilet, and I was there for a while.
Ugh.
I had to borrow Billy's carpet cleaner.
Yeah.
I tried a lot. I even put like a towel over it because I just didn't want to keep walking in it. Nasty. And then the next day I just felt, that was yesterday, I felt just bubble tummy all day.
Yeah.
Ended up with cereal for dinner, and I'm fine today.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I puked recently. It was from cereal.
Oh, God. No.
I got these new cereals. They're light name brands, but they're collaborating with a protein powder.
That's nasty.
Yeah. Protein Lucky Charms, protein Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And we were eating it like as a snack. It just tastes like nothing because it's, just puffed air with protein powder and sugar on it. But it's really good. But I guess I overdid it because once we were done eating, like 20 minutes later, I'm like, that's coming back up. I think I ate too much of it mindlessly in front of the TV.
That was me with the rotini. I probably didn't even chew it.
Yeah, here's.
Oh, yeah, they're so fat, spirally. Take up a lot of space in the tummy if you don't chew them.
Yeah, it takes a while for those to digest too.
Yeah. I do not feed myself enough. Like, I'm good at recognizing hunger, the feeling, but not connecting that I should eat. It's like I'm aware of my stomach, but not, my brain is dumb.
What are you going to
do? Eat more.
Yeah.
I have literally had apps that would ding a timer, and then I was supposed to take a picture of my food.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't do these things. I either fall off the wagon or I get addicted to it, and I'm like all upset because I forgot to take a picture of, that yogurt I ate. Anyway.
Yeah, anything that you have to consistently record every day has never been successful for me. And I don't know how many people it really is successful for. before.
I'm going to say consistency is not my strong suit.
Same.
Except for podcasts.
Yes!
High five.
Yeah, getting a bit of attention these days, but we'll see.
Yeah, because we're awesome.
It's growing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that our listeners know that you know these stats about fledgling podcasts and how we've gone far and beyond the number of episodes that most.
Yes, episodes were far and beyond. We're in like the top 5% of people that actually make it this far.
Do you think it's just like they get tired of the work?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's a couple things to it. One, I don't think people realize when they start doing something like this how much work it actually is.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, because you do have to do editing. You have to figure out how to get it out distributed. There's work
the
to
social
it.
Media stuff.
Yeah,
which
especially if you want people to pay attention, then you have to do marketing for it, and that's
I've
a whole other
gotten
thing.
better at editing. I remember in the beginning it was so tedious. I was also trying to be too picky, and making it just as concise as I could. And I remember I would sit like 3 different nights in a week for an hour, and now I just attack it all at once, and I listen to it once. If I make changes at that point, great. If I'm satisfied, boom. Because at some point we might have to be live.
Yeah.
So you know what? This is what you get.
I definitely think this has made us both better speakers. We've talked about my habit. I'm really working on trying not to say that. And I think it's gotten into other parts of my life. I don't think I say it in general as much.
That's perfect.
This is a skill that you think is very easy, and you have to learn some stuff.
Plus, so many podcasts out there, they have everything that they are going to say written out. They're basically reading something, but it's the type of podcast that they're doing it. Ours being so conversational, you're right. You don't always realize those filler words that you use. And plus, the other part is I think I'm becoming a better listener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. A big part of conversational podcasts is listening to the other person and not just thinking about what you're going to say next, which is a bad habit that I have sometimes.
But... Oh, yeah. Well, I always have my notes and yet almost never go off of them because we're bouncing off of each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it. But
Podcast 101.
Yeah. And as far as our stats for listeners go, we're in the top 25%. Yeah, because we have about 100 listeners a month and about 30 downloads an episode-ish.
Nice.
Consistently about 100 people. And that's in the top 25%. So even though we're small, we're outdoing a lot of other people in this space. So
that is so cool.
Oh, I want to tell you, I don't know how she knew about it, but we went to go pick up a bed for my mother-in-law from someone that my sister-in-law knows from church. I've never met her. And she asked me about the podcast. She's like, "You still doing that podcast with Bridget?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I need to get back into that. I need to do podcasts." And I was like, "You listen?" So shout out, Anne, if you're listening.
I used to work with Anne.
Okay.
That's how we know. That's how that triangulation.
Yeah, I wondered when she said your name, I'm like, does she also know Bridget? But yeah. So yeah, small world.
Very.
But yeah.
So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So shout out to Anne. I hope you're listening. Thanks for the bed.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay, well, let's get on with it.
Let's get into it.
Our movie this week was
Walk Hard, 2007.
The story of Dewey Cox.
This movie is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
The best way to describe it to somebody that hasn't seen it and maybe has seen some of these others, it's sort of like a Scary Movie, if you know that franchise, where it's like making fun of a lot of different movies in that genre, but it's not like a satire of one movie.
Right.
So it's like that, but it's for music.
Yeah.
He starts out as sort of a Johnny Cash character, but then he evolves and does all these different kinds of music.
It reminded me of the Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Where supposedly their history, they've been all these, even they did like a whole Beatles thing.
Yeah.
And Dewey does a whole Bob Dylan thing.
Yes.
And what else? Oh, he even does punk rock. When he's on cocaine? No.
I don't know.
I think it was the cocaine.
Sure.
When he does the punk rock song or whatever.
And
it's like, nobody's going to listen to that music.
He remakes his original hit into a disco tune at one point, which is that happened. So the span of music history is like somebody made a song in like the 50s or 60s, then they turned it into a disco song in the 70s, and now all the hip hop samples those disco songs from the 70s. That's a musical history circle.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that out there. They're like, oh, this could be cool. So the story begins with Dewey Cox and his brother as little boys. Just like in Frankenstein, his brother is Dad's favorite.
Yes.
And they're such hillbillies, but his brother is already an accomplished classical pianist.
Yes.
No way. That makes no sense.
Yeah, it would have been more believable if he was just playing in the church maybe or something, but
right.
Yeah.
The tragedy begins when Dad allows Dewey and the other son to go play. He had been practicing his piano.
Yes.
And so they go play, and it's all dangerous. It's a montage, and it's lovely. They play around getting chased by a bull. They tangle with a rattlesnake. They're on horses and tractors. There's a torch involved.
Yeah.
And then they pick up machetes.
Yeah.
Let's play with the machetes. No, Dad says not to play with the machetes. And they're sleeved. Why does Dad have 2 machetes?
And they're huge machetes.
They're huge, and they're just leaning up against a hay bale. Come on. Who's he playing machetes with?
True. Is he out there whacking the bush? That sounded terrible.
Yeah, no. I think you're onto something there. Long story short, Dewey swings back, and as he's swinging forward to, fence with his brother, the sleeve comes off, the blade is out, and he slices his brother completely in half.
Mm-hmm.
And so his torso falls to the ground.
I'm cut in half real bad, Dewey.
You better go tell Dad. Meanwhile, his little legs are still standing up. Woo-hoo! Coffee break! Let's talk about our beans.
If you're looking for a podcast that blends pop culture, politics, and the messy reality of being a human in late-stage capitalism, you'll want to check out Messy Liberation. Hosts Becky Mullenkamp and Taina Brown go deep on the things we're all thinking about. Boundaries, burnout, joy, friendship, collective care, while also unapologetically talking about celebrity nonsense, cultural shifts, and whatever dumpster fire is happening in the news. They're funny, they're thoughtful, and they make space for the conversations you wish you could have at brunch without someone saying, not everything has to be political. Spoiler, it kind of does. If you want a show that helps you feel more grounded, more aware, and a whole lot less alone, search for Messy Liberation wherever you get your podcasts. Yeah, it's the least gory cutting in half ever. The guts are just cleanly cut.
That is one sharp machete.
Yeah, no kidding.
God. Forever after that point, Dewey's father says to him repeatedly, the wrong kid died.
Yes, which is a crazy thing to think about saying to your child. But yeah, that's a theme.
There's a lot of movies like that. It's always a son.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so troubled because of whatever.
Yeah. And there's, even if it's not the other child's fault, I feel like there's sometimes pain that you get from seeing your child that's still alive that reminds you of your child that isn't.
Right.
Because every milestone that they hit, your other child didn't get to do.
Right.
And then in this case, Dewey actually killed him. And it becomes this dark secret in his life. Nobody knows, which is kind of crazy that nobody finds out about it.
Yeah.
But I guess...
How is it not in the paper?
Yeah. But he wasn't famous when it happened.
Still local.
Yeah. Somebody probably would have dug it up.
That's tragic. That would have been all over the news. Oh.
But yeah, he doesn't tell either of his wives at first.
Oh my God. So, okay. Wait.
Yeah, back up.
Back up, because his first experience with blues music, he's hearing a couple of older men playing, around the corner of the grocery store. And what's he say? Something like, I think I got the blues. Picks up the guitar and is like, totally good at the guitar. Yeah. With this deep, low voice. I cut my brother in half. And they're like, damn, that boy's got some blues.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he leaves home. He's literally John C. Reilly at this age, but he's supposedly 14.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like easy to forget. And that's how he has such a long career, I suppose, because he started so young, going off on his own. He gets married.
Yeah, at 15.
Yeah, as expected. You can't just leave a young girl, home, or anybody, just raising your kids while you're off gallivanting.
Yeah, and it's Kristen Wiig, so she's great in everything.
And he's like, guilty as charged. And then you see the twinkle in his eye. She says, "Don't you dare write a song about that, Dewey."
Yeah. My favorite moment of their relationship is when he comes home at some point and he's about to go on tour when he first starts taking off. And he's like telling her, "I can't be here for every single moment. It's unrealistic for you to expect me to be here every time you have a baby."
Right. God,
there's just babies left and right.
God.
Like, if he's never home, how are they making so many babies? There's a question for the wife, but
oh my God, right?
She continually tells him bad things, and she says, "You're never gonna make it, Dewey." Even when he's got a #1 song,
right?
He's on tour, like he's made it. She still says it over and over again to him, like she doesn't believe in, or she says, "I do believe in you, but I just know you're gonna fail."
But it was his destiny. He's super talented, but did he work hard to get where he was? It just kind of all fell into his lap. He walked hard. He didn't work hard.
He walked. He didn't run.
Right?
He didn't even do a light jog. He just walked hard.
Where's the part when he's in the hospital and the nurse is like, "He needs more blankets.
Oh,
he needs less blankets and more blankets."
At the same time. That was rehab. The first time he detoxed.
Yes. So he went through all the drugs.
And that was always a funny reoccurring bit.
After the trauma of slicing his brother in half, Dewey lost his sense of smell.
Yes.
Dewey, you've gone smell blind. And when he first encounters the other guys in the band smoking reefer.
Yeah.
"What are you guys doing in here? Can't you smell it?" No, I can't smell. And they try to talk him out of it. "You don't want none of this."
Yeah.
None of this reefer.
Well,
here's the reasons. Wait.
Oh, you got him. Okay.
Yeah, I got the list. "Well, I don't want to have a hangover." "Oh no, there's no hangover." "Well, I don't want to get addicted." "Oh, it's non-habit forming." "I don't want to OD." "You can't OD." "I don't want to not be able to have sex." "No, you can have sex forever."
It makes it better.
Yeah, and it ends up telling him it's the cheapest drug there is. How are you gonna not want to do that?
I know. That was funny because later on he has harder drugs and legitimate reasons to not do them. But
right.
That was a fun little PSA for weed.
Cocaine, it turns bad feeling into good feelings.
Oh, yeah.
That's when he does the punk rock.
Yeah. LSD with the Beatles. It was a little later, but that was a funny scene because the Beatles are being played by Jack Black. And is it Paul Rudd?
Yes.
And
Jason Schwartzman.
But they just keep saying, "'Cause I'm John Lennon," or "'cause I'm Paul McCartney," "'cause I'm Ringo Starr," because they don't look anything like them.
George Harrison. It was funny.
But man, to have gotten to do LSD with the Beatles, I bet that was pretty cool.
I bet.
Do you think that, I've never done LSD, I have no idea, but do you think that you can kind of all go on a similar trip if you are tuned into the right frequency? Like if you were able to like sit with the Beatles and be like, "All right, we're going to go into the Yellow Submarine with these guys." Could you do that?
Yeah, no.
That's the weed talking.
I have done it and I just am not blown away by it.
Yeah.
I remember doing it once and walking down the road and the trees were blowing and I swore that the trees were like, I saw the faces of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Giant as the whole tree moving. And I was like, "Ruth, can you see that? Like, do you see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?" And she's like, "No, I'm not having a great time. I want to go back."
That is the phrase that has kept me from doing that because I feel like I probably would have a bad time.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I would have had to take a whole bunch more, but anyway, I'd just as soon be drunk or high.
Okay.
When he meets Darlene is it?
Yeah, Darlene.
Who's played by
Pam from The Office, which I'm blanking on her name right now.
So she plays another musician that is singing with him.
Yeah.
And of course, they're going to fall in love. The duet that they sing, which I think it's called Let's
Duet. Yeah.
It has lines in it like, I see you blowing me some kisses. And let's duet. Everything is innuendo, and it's hilarious. And if I hadn't overslept, I was going to print off the lyrics so that we could volley back and forth and read them. But there's a montage when they're singing that song. And they're sawing wood.
Yeah.
And licking ice cream and riding horses. And then screwing with a screwdriver. Some screws. That was the best.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that whole sexual tension, they really drew it out and milked it. And Jenna Fisher, that's her name.
Fisher.
She's so pretty in this movie. I mean, she's a beautiful woman, but I was just like, I think this is the first time I ever thought she was like hot.
It's just makeup.
Yeah, it's just the way she was done up. But I was like, oh yeah, a little sassy Jenna Fisher, because I'm used to seeing her like as Pam.
You know what would be fun?
Okay.
To get a bunch of girls together and have a contouring party.
Okay.
Where we just have brown shit all over our faces.
Trying to look like celebrities and stuff. Yeah. There's an artist I follow on social media that does those like celebrity impersonation contouring things. But now she started taking mean comments of people and doing them. So she'll like put the comment up from the person that said it, and then she'll do their face, and then she'll show it side by side.
Whoa.
It's pretty great.
That is the best trolling I've ever heard. Troll the troll, man.
Yeah. I wish I could remember her name now. That's the theme of this episode is I didn't write any of it.
If Joel were in the hospital, would you have sex on the hospital bed?
No.
Okay.
I could say that with confidence because we've been in that situation.
Yeah. But Dewey and Darlene, they actually didn't have sex in the bed. They had sex all over the room. It was so violent.
Yeah.
And then they're choking each other. And they're like, I love you too.
Yeah. That was a great joke because of all of the drama that movies and TVs do for that, like lust. It is like they're almost like beating each other up. They're always breaking a mirror or something, and you're like, I don't know. That's never happened to me.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I thought that was funny that they took it even further. She kicks him in the nuts at one point. You're like, sexy.
Right?
Yeah.
Hot struggle. When he was in his Bob Dylan phase. I love Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan's lyrics on the surface do not make sense.
Right.
His Bob Dylan phase song about midgets.
Yeah. Half a man.
Some of the lyrics, all the elevator buttons, so incredibly high. I stand today for the midget, half the size of a regular guy. And it goes on, at some point, your big day will come when they remake The Wizard of Oz. Let me hold you, midget man, so the dog will quit licking your face.
So bad.
It's so great.
Yeah, he decides after a short stint in jail that his destiny is to help people with his music. So he's going to help the marginalized. And he starts with little people.
Little people.
The Wizard of Oz thing is, wow.
Oh my God. Your day will come. You know I love little people. Oh,
who doesn't?
God. When they get in a fight and his one buddy's like, and you never paid for drugs, not once.
Yeah.
And I have this quote that says, open your mind and learn to play the fucking theremin.
The Beach Boys section. That's what that is when they, I can't remember what the Animal Farm or something, whatever that controversial Beach Boys album was. They made a movie about it. And they were satirizing. Yes. I made a new word.
Yeah.
That movie and that theremin scene. They're like, it needs more. This goat is singing more on this track than me.
Billy wanted a theremin. I was like, hell no. Those things are irritating.
I want one too, but I also agree that it's probably irritating.
You can get little tiny cute ones.
Yeah.
I saw one that was in the shape of a dinosaur.
Oh, cute.
It was very cute.
I've seen a few videos where the little cute ones and the cat will want to come and play with it, and it'll make noises and stuff, so the cat plays the theremin.
I need that.
For that reason.
Wow. Okay.
You should get one.
All right.
My cats probably wouldn't play with it because they're buttheads.
So, okay, I also wrote down, you don't want this dirty old Cox. But then I smelt it. And smell that shit, baby.
Oh, God.
When he got his sense of smell back.
Yeah, they reunite him and Darlene, and all of a sudden that makes his smell come back. Well, I think what actually makes it come back is he tells her about the having of his brother.
Yes.
Finally lifts that burden and he can smell again.
Damn.
And yeah, he starts smelling flowers and he found some horse shit.
Picks it up in his hand.
He's like, it's horrible. I love it.
Like Grizzly Man, it's Wendy's poop. It was inside her. So he writes his final song, A Beautiful Ride, which is kind of the culmination of his whole life, his overture or whatever. And I like when he was trying to write it that he went through all these different instruments and like getting angry and like throwing over the baby grand piano, smashing his guitar. At one point he's playing a harp and then shoves that over.
He breaks a lot of stuff in this movie. Every time he has breakdown, he breaks everything in the room. I actually really like that song at the end. It's charming. It's almost moving, but it's still funny because you've heard this song before, right?
Yeah.
Of an artist and staring at the unrelenting face of death or something. I'm closer to death, so now he keeps mentioning like how he's so close to death in the song. But I mean, that's true. It's honest.
He figures out what life is all about.
Right.
There at the end.
His 20
Do you know what it's
something
about?
Kids.
Music, flowers, babies, sharing the good times, traveling not for business, and accepting your mortality. Pretty great way to live.
I love that. That's a good tattoo.
And he died 3 minutes after he performed that song.
Yeah. How poetic. Sort of like the late, great Ozzy Osbourne. I've heard interviews since then from his wife, Sharon, that she said that he had been doing bad for a while. And she was like, you don't have to do this show. And he's like, no, I have to do this show. They kind of all knew that once he did the show that it wouldn't be too long. Like he was holding on because he wanted to do that last show.
Yeah.
And I think that's so beautiful.
Oh, Ozzy, you're beautiful. Lest we forget, going back to how his songs were resurrected in the hip hop world, the rapper's name was Little Nutsack.
Yeah, so perfect.
So we have Cox and Little Nutsack. Or it would be Little Nutsack featuring Cox. I'm not sure how that would read on the song title.
Either way, it's the perfect package.
Little Nutsack. Goddamn. The perfect package?
Yeah.
Did you say that's all that?
They said that.
Oh my
Producer,
God.
I think.
Perfect.
I think it was one of the Jewish producers who were named Mazel Tov and L'Chaim.
Yes. Goodness. That's ridiculous.
That was so great.
Oh my
And their
God.
son was named Dreidel.
Dreidel. L'Chaim. So it's just so tongue-in-cheek and cute and yet touching.
Yeah. It has some real touching moments in there. He also ends up cutting his dad in half.
Yes. And then his dad says, oh, sorry that I blamed you for so long. It's kind of easy to cut someone in half.
Yeah, I didn't realize until this moment. But yeah, resolutions.
They were his machetes.
Yeah.
Should have known. Oh. Well, did we do it?
I think we did it. We flick some bees. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.